Hello, you're listening to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Brandon Elliott. This show will be going over all aspects of real estate investing and is intended to educate, motivate, and prepare you to take action on your first or next real estate investment. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Thank you for listening and enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Brandon Elliott. I'm excited today. We have an amazing couple that has been doing just some amazing things in real estate for the last several years. They've been picking up rental properties. They've done the BRRRR strategy on almost all of them. They've done fix and flips. They've partnered and actually been seen on TV on the HGTV network. I believe it was the Buyer Bootcamp, doing some awesome stuff with one of their projects. So a lot of education, a lot of motivation from these guys. And they're really passionate about the kingdom wealth and really the transformation from that through real estate investing. So teaching people to be able to get the financial freedom from exactly what they've been doing for years now and the compound effect that it's done in their life. You guys can easily pick this up as well. So this is going to be an awesome episode that you definitely want to be prepared. Have your notepad ready, have a pen ready, and reach out to these guys afterwards, because 1 hour is just not enough time to be able to soak up all the knowledge from these guys. They also have created an amazing platform called Loveco. That's their business. So Loveco is just an awesome platform that you'll be able to get like the most ridiculous amount of content, education, everything. It's like what they should be teaching in school, but like library prices. Okay. So it's just ridiculous amount of almost free knowledge to yourself that you can implement, take action on, and reap the same results that many of the educators have paid tens or hundreds of thousands and a lot of learning curves in between to be able to get that access. So really excited to have these guys on. We're going to dive in a little bit as well to the 5 steps of financial freedom through real estate investing and something that they're working on right now as well. So without further ado, David Hughes and Katie Marie, how are you guys today? I appreciate you guys so much for jumping on.
Better than ever, Brandon. Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Yeah. So you guys just had a baby, a beautiful, healthy baby, all natural. I just want to shout out Miss Katie Marie for doing such an amazing job. And I believe you're doing like Pilates or yoga or working out like, I don't know, the day before or something. So just what an amazing, beautiful woman to be able to bring such an awesome new life to the world. I just wanted to shout you out. How is everything being a new mom?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the shout out. It is more incredible than we ever could have imagined. And our birth story was just such a gift. Yeah, it was 15 minutes after my last workout session that I went into labor, and then 25 hours later delivered Gabriel Jackson and had a home birth. It was just amazing and incredible. It truly is such a gift to be able to experience the miracle of life. I mean, any of you ladies out there who have had a baby, you know, no matter what your birth journey was, I mean, I guarantee you'll say it's a miracle to be able to experience growing a human. And it's like we on our own can't possibly, you know, I couldn't of my own free will grow this precious child, you know, but with God, I partnered with him. He pretty much just used me as the house and then got to deliver him. So it's been amazing. And Gabriel is just such a gift every single day. I mean, you just get to experience the love of God and just the miracles more every single day as we just watch him, you know, progressing and growing and learning and getting so strong. So thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. And David, for anybody out there that doesn't know, you are almost to a point that you're a certified ninja by all the the crazy workouts you're doing. It's funny because we watch some of your stuff on social media, and not just that, they have like these challenges on TV recently that we've been seeing or online. And man, it is entertaining to say the least, but very exciting, these obstacles that is like created for the impossible, and you guys are doing it and doing just some awesome stuff behind it. So we'd love to just hear like what the heck you're doing with that.
Yeah. Well, man, it's funny. I didn't even know you were going to bring that up, but like for the listeners, they're wondering, what's he talking about? Ninja, American Ninja Warrior. If you haven't seen it, it's a big TV show, and we got captivated by it several years ago, became big fans of the show and would watch it, just the storylines of people. And it's such a like parallel to life, like seemingly insurmountable obstacles, physical obstacles on this obstacle course. And then like learning how to make it through them and overcome them and sometimes have painful falls or whatever. So it's like life, right? And so it's such a being able to, like when I first started, she surprised me for her birthday because I told her for years watching the show, I was like, I want to do that, someday. I had some health challenges. And so anyway, once I got that straightened out where I could really push my body and work out, I was like, I wanted to start doing this ninja training stuff. And so long story short, she surprised me for my birthday in a ninja gym. We live here in Southwest Florida and in the Sarasota area. And she took me about an hour north to St. Pete, Clearwater area. And they have one of the top ninja gyms in the country. Like a lot of the people there have been on the show and all that, top in the country. So like, I just started getting coached and trained and, you show up and I told her that first night, I mean, I played college, college athlete and all that and have stayed fit, but like I was intimidated, man, going into this foreign world, like these foreign obstacles, foreign motions for my body to do and different things. Like I was just like, man, can I really do? And, that's like life. And that's like people listening to this. Can I really become financially free through real estate? And the answer is 100% yes. And we're so excited to resound that. Brandon's living proof. All the other people he's interviewed, we're living proof to let you know, like, if we can do it, you can do it. Not only us, but the many students we've helped that literally had that same question for us, that like, it sounds too good to be true, that on a part-time basis, no money out of pocket, no credit, that I can start owning real estate that's paying me while I sleep. Yes. This isn't concept or theory or opinion or belief. This is absolute, sound, solid, working all day, every day for people who have learned and plugged in and applied. So we get passionate. We share this passion with Brandon. That's why we were such aligned with him and connected when we first met. Is like, we're on a mission to literally help as many people as we can because we've found the vehicle and the keys to unlimited freedom and abundance when it comes to living life full-time, pursuing all your passions, whether that's American Ninja Warrior, being here at home together all day, every day, raising our child together, and those moments we'll never get back. Whatever those things that you're passionate in your heart, spending more time with your spouse, your children, those passions in your heart you want to go do. If you had more time, more money to do it, you would do it. We're here to help shine some more light about how you can do it, and it's closer than you realize. And so anyway, the ninja thing, I just started training, man. And it's just like anything in life, like riding a bike or going to kindergarten your first day. It's scary, right? But that's part of the process, but just be scared, do it anyway. And so I was like, man, like I told her leaving that first night, like I didn't do as well as I thought I would. Like my very first time I watched it on TV, I was like, man, I'll be able to do that. And that, I've got strength and, man, I'm telling you what, it was humbling and just like, I was like, this is intimidating. Like, can I really do this? Like, I don't know. But I got a coach and a community. That's one of the biggest advice I can give to anybody. If you want to go from where you're at today, no matter who you are, where you're at in life, or where you've been, doesn't matter. What matters is where you're going to go from here today. And I'll tell you one of the biggest answers of all the hundreds of things we could tell you. One of the biggest things to accelerate you from where you're at today to where you want to go is get the right coach and community. We've done that in our real estate investing, and we own multiple businesses. We live like, we pinch ourselves every day. We tell ourselves every day, like, we can't believe, like, we live a life that's beyond our dreams. We don't ever want to go to sleep. Like, people go to sleep and enter our dream world. We have to wake up to enter our dream world. We don't want to go to sleep. It's like going to sleep and dreaming dreams is like a step back.
We
it's
just
like
sleep because
a
we
downgrade.
have to.
Yeah, we have to. But the point is,
man, I love it.
This is available. What most people don't realize is everything we're saying, what you live about, your passions, your dreams, and helping other people. What people don't realize, because we weren't taught this in school, like you said, is it's available to everyone. We just don't know what we don't know because we've been conditioned and programmed opposite of what we're here and what you're here to help people realize to step into, that it's right within their grasp, and they never even, until they have someone show up and show them that you can do this. So having the coaching community has helped me go from stumbling, fumbling, bumbling on myself as a ninja or in real estate or in anything to, you saw it on the social media. Like, I watch it and I'm amazed that I've been able to learn and do these things that were literally impossible for me to do before. But when I got the right coach that had showed me the right technique, because think about it, working hard is not the answer. And here's what I got to tell people. People think answer to success is just work harder. We tell you the opposite. No. Work smarter, because I could keep working harder and harder, and all that's going to give me is a bigger dose of frustration, whether it's trying to lose weight, get healthier, be a successful ninja, or do real estate. Like, if I'm
worn out too,
frustrated, worn out, like pouring forth a lot of effort, energy, and attitude, but if I don't have the right technique on how to do these obstacles, I might think by looking at it, oh, I'll just do it this way, or watch somebody do it and try to mimic that. But having the coach that can tell me, here's what you're doing when he watches me do it, he's like, here's what you're doing. Here's what you need to shift with your hips or the timing or how you're doing this for your body weight. Yeah. And then he tells me that, I do it. And then he tells me again, this is what you did better, but now adjust this in real time. That's coaching, that's mentoring. And then having a community that brings the encouragement when you want to give up or when you want to say, man, maybe I can't do this or whatever, you won't give up. Because when you have a community and a coach to lead you and a community to encourage you, game changing.
Yeah. So good. So good. I love it. So for anybody out there that doesn't know more about like your guys' story, your history, I know we dove into a little bit right there, but do you mind just, real estate wise and some of your other businesses, what you guys have going on?
Yeah.
Like a 30,000 foot view type of,
Well, you hit on the two main ones. So real estate, we have a company, we have our company that owns our real estate. So our personal real estate holdings that we own rental properties, that's one of our company entities that we have. But then we have a real estate education where we love, just like you, we have a heart, a passion. It's not good enough for us to be living our dreams and financially free. Like we feel compelled and responsible. The greatest success book of all time says, to whom much is given, much is required. So we feel compelled and passionate to help as many people as we can know about what we found out about that set us free to live life full time. So
it's like levels to it, right? Like once you find out what you've been missing for so long, you get excited about it and you reap the rewards. You want to show other people. And then you realize how fulfilling it truly is on a whole nother level to be able to bless other people. It's amazing.
It's beyond, we've generated millions of dollars worth of real estate on a part-time basis. And actually almost all the properties, maybe all of them except for one, we've acquired with no money out of our pocket. But way more fulfilling than that is just like you said, Brandon, is truly when we get these, we cry about it. When we get these messages from people that are thanking us because we showed them a path they didn't know exists, they didn't know they could do it. And literally it's launched them into the life of their dreams and beyond where they have time, freedom, financial. Like that's what we jump out of bed about, thrilled and excited about being here today. We don't know what listeners are going to take this today, get inspired and realize that, hey, I can do this. And so our company, we have a real estate investing education business called Simplified Investing. And then like you mentioned, our other company, Loveco, is a holistic personal growth and development company in health, relationships, and finances. And under that pillar of finances, we provide premium content in real estate investing and other things, which you're a huge part of. Thank you for partnering with us. So definitely,
thank you for having me.
In your podcast, like description and links, they'll have all the links from you that they can navigate through into our worlds there.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's an amazing platform and really just grateful that you guys asked me to be a part of it. But there's so many other rock stars on there, so people can get some amazing content for ridiculously next to nothing. With that being said, so as far as real estate goes, I think a notorious question that I get a lot from other people is how the heck do you do it with your significant other? A lot of people love that aspect and we're blessed that we get to work in the same office and enjoy each other's company, not just in life, but in our workplace as well and make a bigger difference. But you guys do it every day as well. How fulfilling is that or how rewarding? What does the day-to-day look like for you guys?
It is literally the best thing ever. And when David says that we pinch ourselves every single day, we literally do. Not a single day goes by that we don't say this is our life. I can't believe this is our life. And, I'm so blessed to be married to the absolute love of my life and my very best friend. I could start crying. We've been married for 6 years and I waited a very, very long time for him. And he was so much more than worth the wait. And so to be able to actually be together, pretty much 24/7 is our dream. We married each other's pretty much identical twin. We are pretty much identical in every way. And so we have the same passions. We have the same entrepreneurial spirit. We have the exact same personality types, the exact same love languages. And those things are very rare, but I think that because we waited so long and our story is so unique and we were really willing to kind of pay that difficult cost, God just blessed us with some things as a result of waiting so long. But, I think it really comes down to your dynamic as a couple. If you have a desire to work with your spouse, does your spouse also share the passion that you have, not just, supporting you. Oh, that's amazing that you love to do that. But also, is it their dream too? Because, that is key, because you could have one, say David was the entrepreneur of our family, and I, just wanted to support him and didn't have any desire to really exercise that out as well. Then if I were coming on camera and if I were teaching and coaching and doing content and, coming on podcasts, just because that was something that he wanted for his vision, but it wasn't mine as well, then I wouldn't be fulfilled. And the same thing, if I were just the supporting role behind the scenes, because of the calling that God has on my life, I wouldn't be fulfilled either. So I think it's really important to look at the dynamics of your relationship and see your personality types, and do you need to have more alone time? Do you need to kind of have your own thing individually and then come together to support each other? Or do your callings intersect? And if so, how can you make that happen? What sacrifices need to be made? What are the baby steps that you can take right now to actually help make that dream a reality? And the thing is, you don't have to quit your day job that you went to school 8 years for, both of you. But what you can do is you can start making baby steps in that direction. Like if you were passionate to, do digital coaching and to inspire people, then maybe you could create a Facebook account together, or you could create an Instagram account and you could start just making little posts, consistently together, and just the dynamics will kind of lay themselves out. And also, communication. I know that's like such a cliche in relationships, but cliches,
everything.
Yeah, cliches are cliches because they're true. We don't always love the cliche, but they're pretty much always true. And so constantly just communicating is so important, so that you always are coming back and making sure that you're on the same page. How can you serve one another? And truly, that is the biggest thing, is having a desire to make each other's dreams a reality and to help serve each other and to elevate each other, not to compete. Because I think that's something that just David and I are naturally very competitive with ourselves, but we don't have any desire to compete with each other because we're one.
Yeah, you guys are one.
Yeah, if David succeeds, then I'm succeeding. And if I succeed, he's succeeding. And more than that, we have such callings on our lives that God put in there that it's actually not even about us. It's not about us individually. It's about what he wants to do. And so we just want to help fulfill the vision for each other. And so couple to couple, that's going to look very different. But I want to encourage you, if you're out there and you have a desire, both of you, to be able to work together, then you can really make it a reality. And if that's what's on your heart, I'm telling you, it's like an absolute beyond dream come true to be able to have my best friend and love of my life as my business partner and partner in life.
Yeah, if I could add one quick thing to that, that was so huge, baby. Everything you said, what I wrote down was just communication is huge, and specifically getting clarity personally on what's your ultimate passion and calling and dream and desire. It all starts there. If I didn't know, for lack of vision, greatest success book of all time. For lack of vision, for lack of knowledge, people perish. Let's look around. They're perishing all day, every day. Maybe they're not physically dying, falling over, but they are perishing. They're dead inside. They're walking zombies because they're not living their dreams, right? All of us have been there. Like when we don't know our dream and we don't have something that's pulling us forward into something that's bigger than ourselves, and we're living this life that's bigger than ourselves or part of something, then of course I would be just like anybody else out here on drugs and drinking and sex, like all the stuff that's trying to fill that void. But ultimately, the only thing it can be filled by is God and his plan for my life. And so finding that out and having that clear vision, like temptations to fall into the self-destructive ways, like lose their power on us, because I'm not even tempted by, why would I give up the ultimate high with the most high? There is no high that compares to the most high, by the way. So why would I do that for something of less? It's not even appealing anymore. And so what happens is once people find out the true, like, I'll even call it like the drug of all drugs, the high on life. Like when you realize who you are and who you're uniquely wired to be and what your dream and vision for your life is. And we're here to talk about real estate, but people say like, well, I'm not passionate about real estate. I'm like, Well, I wasn't either passionate about like flooring and paint color, like picking out paint. Like I wasn't passionate about the nuts and bolts of real estate itself. What I was passionate about was about leveraging real estate as a vehicle to give me the life I wanted, which was to have total time freedom to live life full time, building all of our dreams together. We are the multiple companies we've created, we're growing and impacting people all over the world. The reason that's happened is because we've positioned ourselves in a way, in a manner, measure in which we have time freedom, financial freedom to do that. If we didn't do that first, so I tell people, like, are you passionate about your car itself, looking at it in your garage? Maybe to some degree, but like, no, what we're more passionate about is having that car to take us to the places we want to go, to the beach and experience these different things. Like that's how we see real estate. But one quick thing to wrap up, so we give it back to you. You can tell we get excited just about what you already.
I love it.
I wanted to make sure I said this, yes, because this is huge. Like if this was all that I said the whole time, like I feel like this is one of the biggest things to your question, Brandon, which is an excellent question.
Yeah.
Is getting clarity on who do you want to be? Find out. And if you don't know, like get alone with God and ask him. He made you, like the one who made us, knit us together. Like he's the one who knows us better than we know ourselves. So like, God, who did you make me to be? Like what plans and dreams do you have for my life? Like, and you'll be mind blown on different desires and visions, aspirations and things. And some of it you probably already know. What are you naturally inclined toward? What are you passionate about or good at? So whatever those things are, once you get dialed in on your own dream and she gets dialed in on her dreams, then, and we get clarity ourselves, then we need to provide clarity to each other. That's the communication piece that she was talking about. Then we need to provide each other with clarity on, hey, this is what really lights me up. This is what really I feel the most fulfilled when I'm doing in life, when I'm building this or doing that or going after this dream or whatever. And then it's like, okay, that's great to know. I want to know what your greatest dreams and aspirations are, number one, so I can get an understanding of that. Number two, help me get clarity and understanding on how I can best serve and support you in making those dreams a reality. And we do that on an ongoing basis with each other. Because even though we share these dreams together and we build it, like she's a singer, amazing singer, songwriter, producing music, professional dancer, and all those things too. That's like her things. But I'm an integral part of it in the ways that I am engaged and support in the ways that she needs me to be, and I want to be that. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. It does for sure. I think having that checking in on a regular basis with your significant other, even if you are, working together for a while, it's important to check in, check the pulse, make sure you guys are communicating well, because at the end of the day, you guys hit it right on the nail dozens of times that, the communication is everything. It truly is. And it's not just with your significant other, it's with all relationships, like complete communication, complete transparency. That's the only way you're going to be able to make things work in anything with life. So I really love all those things. And Katie Marie, I did stalk some of your music in the past. I was blown away. Like you're way more of a rock star than I ever would have anticipated. So you guys definitely want to tune in and support. You got some albums out and everything, correct? Yeah. Rock star. I love it. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys definitely want to check out that.
New one soon.
Yeah, she's got some amazing new songs she's already written coming out that'll be produced. So yeah, they're super blessings for anybody who receives those.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it.
Hey, can I say one more quick thing before we go to the next question? I had written this one, I forgot to mention it, about working together. I think another big disconnect that couples have, they both can be passionate about, okay, I want to support you in what you're doing and you'll support me in what I'm doing, but there's still a disconnect, like you've got your thing and I have my thing. And they don't see how they are interwoven and can be together. Like, for example, I think getting clarity on the relevancy to each other, the relevancy and the correlation is what I wrote down when she was talking. For example, she knows she's been on stages her whole life performing music all over the country, all over the world, dancing, and she's called to that in greater and greater ways. And I mean, of course, we're right here with you, being on your stage and your platform that you've created. Thank you for all that you're doing. Mm-hmm. But I know that she's called to be on stages, speaking and teaching on different things specifically that she's passionate and knowledgeable about speaking and teaching on to people and leading people into greater breakthrough and enhancement of their life. Some of the things that I'm doing, building our companies, are building platforms to put her on to audiences. And so letting her know that instead of me just being over in my own world, building these companies and her supporting me in some kind of way because this is a dream that I'm doing, I'm letting her know like, hey, baby, look, this is what's happening and this is what it means for your dreams and how they are linked together and interwoven, that as I'm doing this and you're also supporting me, you're doing that, but it's not separate like people think they are.
Right.
They have to, through communication, it's like, wait a minute, there's relevancy and correlation. And here's what I wrote down. When you communicate conversation to get clarity on relevancy and correlation, that will lead to coordination and collaboration. But most people never get to coordination and collaboration because you can't coordinate something that you don't know even can work together. So it's like when I'm over here building this company and you're doing your thing, baby, over there producing your music, I'm going to put you on this platform I'm building with this company over here to perform your music to the audiences. And it's like, whoa, that's amazing. Now, sometimes where it's like, oh, you're over there and we're not getting attached. Like, whoa, wait a minute. We're in sync more than we realize because it's that synergy of what we're doing. Even when maybe she's here doing her thing and I'm doing my thing, they are still within that same ecosystem of thing, if that makes sense.
Right.
No, it does. It's so important because it's totally natural and more than okay to have your own separate things going on, but having the same end goal in mind and seeing, okay, how can we collaborate along the way together in many different ways? So you guys both supporting each other, identifying that you guys are one and making a huge, bigger impact for both of your guys' lives is amazing. I love it. So I really want to talk about the 5 steps to freedom through real estate. I feel like, first off, you have amazing content coming out to support that and help out way more people, which is amazing. But giving people a sneak peek here, I know you guys already have it outlined. Do you mind kind of releasing the curtains here and actually sharing that to the audience? Because I know if the audience is blessed with that information, they'll really be able to get the transformation that they're looking for.
100%. Our 5 steps to financial freedom and abundance through real estate. Anyone from anywhere literally can plug into this and experience what we've experienced and help many other people experience, which is a life with no limits. Yeah. Like we're creating the image of a limitless guide to live limitless lives. So the natural question is, if that is true, then why do we look around and the large majority of most people are living limited lives, not limitless lives, right? And the reason is, lack of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Right? Sure. Because we were all programmed to learn, go to school, get your grades, go to college, get a job, trade time for money, not how to build your dreams, find out your dreams, build them. And so that's what we do. Now, how we do it in the context of real estate as a vehicle are the 5 steps, and then you can share and expand on that. But I want to hit one quick thing real quick because it was on my mind as one example. And there are many examples of students, but I want the listeners to know, like, this is totally relevant to you. You might have never considered real estate investing before. You might think that's only for people who have money or knowledge or connections or whatever. No, the answer is it is for you if you just say yes to it and choose it. We've had many students from all backgrounds of life, all ages, all everything, demographics that have come in and their lives have been catapulted, transformed radically. We had one recently when he started with us, he had $100 to his name in his bank account. He was serving tables, paycheck to paycheck. He even said it sounds too good to be true. And I told him, we can show you how on a part-time basis, no money out of pocket, no credit. You can start leveraging real estate right now to forever financial freedom and abundance quickly. And he retired from his day job forever within the first couple of years doing this very part-time. And this year, he's only been with us 3 years and he's going to make over $500,000 this year. Yeah. Making his own schedule, but the point to that is, that's amazing for him, but he's blessed to be a blessing. So now what's that ripple effect? So for those of you that have those things, just realize, lean into this today because the 5 steps are this and write them down in order. Yeah. And this is all in the context of real estate, making money, leveraging real estate as the vehicle and making money multiply itself for you while you're sleeping. Thinking, sourcing, assessing, funding, and maximizing. Those are the 5 steps and learning what each of those mean and how to do that. And so in the time and space here, we'll give you as much as we can give you on those steps.
Yeah. So the first step of thinking, it's so common for us to just want to know the 5 things that we need to do. And then we're going to go do it and make this amazing thing happen. The thing is, if you're struggling with a weight issue and it's a dietary, I'm not talking about if it's a, disability or something like that. But, if you're having a hard time letting go of weight because of dietary change, things that you're doing, lack of exercise, all those different things, we all know that we need to be eating more fruits and vegetables, regardless of what your keto, paleo, all the different strategies out there. We all know fruits and vegetables are life-giving. We also know raw food. That we need to be drinking more water. We know that we need to be getting out and exercising more, getting off, digital devices, that kind of thing. So do you really need the 5 steps to actually like let go of the weight, or do you actually need to deal with what is going on in the heart and mind that's actually causing that issue? And so,
Put the paint on it right there. I like that. That's so good. It's so good. Somebody needs to hear that. Honestly, that's where it's at.
That's the thing, So, the thing is, when we do these different challenges, when we sit down with a group of people, without fail, there are a few people that are like, yeah, thinking. Just like, give me exactly what you did. And the thing is, it's like, okay, well, I could give that to you and I absolutely will. But if your thinking is off, if your mindset is off, if your heart set is off, it's just going to be one more 5-step process that you're going to fail at. And like, who wants to be like experience more failure in life? And so we really dive into the thinking. What is it? What are limiting beliefs that are holding you back? Are you dealing with a poverty lack mentality? How do you think about money? What are your hangups when it comes to money? Were you raised in a family where, money was kind of considered evil? Like, money is the root of all evil. Actually, no, that's not what the Bible says. Yeah. The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. And in fact, I have watched firsthand money transforming people's lives through the tool that it is, allowing people to be fed, to be able to save babies from sex trafficking and abortion, all these different things that we're passionate about. And so you have to get rid of limiting beliefs. You have to understand that God wants you to experience the abundant life. And, so many of us were taught these different things, even subconsciously, with the way that our families were, the things that we learned in school or in church, or, our first job, or what our first boyfriend said to us made us feel a certain way about ourselves, that we're never going to succeed, or what our dad said, or this and that. And so, thinking truly is everything. It's the pendulum that the rest of everything swings upon. And so through Simplified Investing, with our private group coaching, our Simplified Investing family, I'm going to tell you, so many more times than not, when we're answering questions, when we're doing these one-on-one hot seats with our students, we're really working through mindset issues. It's so frequent, like, what is it that's going on? I know the things that I need to be doing. Why is it that I'm not doing the thing? Or why is it that I'm not where I think that I should be? And so much more often than not, it's way simpler than we realize it is. And so then, the next step is sourcing. It is a crazy hot market right now. Like, it doesn't really matter where you live. Real estate is booming, right? And especially where we are in Southwest Florida, the whole country wants to and basically is moving to our area. And so here is Gabriel Jackson.
Yeah, the little king.
Gabriel the Great.
Yeah.
He's a special little man.
He's a good looking man. I love it.
See, you can still make it happen. You can do your dreams and have babies. Just mix it all together, make it happen. We scheduled this during nap time and he woke up prematurely. So go ahead.
Yeah. It happens. Just like you were saying, it's crazy because everybody wants the step-by-step and the quick, get rich or the easy magic pill type of thing. When in fact, we can easily give you the step-by-step, very detailed. I can get very analytical with anybody if they want, of how I've been able to take, go from one property to dozens of properties and have, 3.5 million in net worth and all this amazing stuff that we're very blessed for. But if your mindset isn't right, like you touched on several times, it's just so crucial. We need to focus on how we were programmed, how we were raised, the things that we gravitated towards, and challenge that way of thinking to see, okay, why is that? And is it right? And really what needs to be done to get the mindset right so that you can get the results after taking action. You can get the results that the step-by-step shows you. But until you really work on this and you can properly take action, eliminate the excuses, and overcome these obstacles, the step by step is not going to serve you like you wish. So crucial. I'm so glad that you brought that up. It's really like above and beyond the most important thing.
Yeah.
It really is. And the thing is, it's not a one and done kind of a thing where it's like, okay, I've worked on my mindset. Like,
Got it. I got the mindset. Now good.
Step process is totally going to work for me. It's an ongoing process. And so we have to have the tools that we need when something crops up. All of a sudden we identify it and we're like, okay, I'm going through this. What is it that I need to take out of my toolbox to help me, bust through this barrier? And then also, as David mentioned, like having coaches that can help you with that is huge. And then also having community where you can bring your issues and also understand that you're not alone, because whatever it is that you're facing, even though it may feel super unique to you, many of us are going through it right now. Or, you take the entire planet, someone has experienced what you're experiencing. They've already been there. They've already kind of done that. And so, you just build your muscles of mindset, and it helps so much. So,
yeah. And whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that truly is the truth. And I highly recommend, I've read it multiple times. I'll continue to read it through my life. The magic of thinking big. It will get your mind. And so, but like Katie Marie said, so for the listeners now, it's like, okay, I believe what you're saying. I know that my mind I'm allowing limiting beliefs or whatever we think about, we bring about. So in order to go from where you're at to where you want to be, there 100% chance there has to be certain mental shifts happen, or you will never go where you want to go. Never.
Yep.
And so it's the same for us. What got us here won't get us there to the next frontier, to the new dimension we want to go. As amazing as this is, it's the most limited it should ever be moving forward. Like, this is the greatest it's ever been for us in our life because we're lifelong learners and personal growth and development and all that. But looking backwards, it's like, man, this is the greatest we've ever experienced. But looking forward, this is the least we'll ever experience in terms of impacting others and experiencing and doing. But the only way that happens is ongoing internal growth. How do we do that? What's the best way? Getting around people that have mentors and coaches that have the mindset, not only the mindset, dialed in, they've created the fruit that you want in your life, financial freedom, abundance, healthy marriage, whatever, right? So you find someone who has the fruit that you want, and you just be teachable and coachable and humble to not argue or to hold on to your limiting beliefs or that aren't in line with the mindset that works to produce the fruit, right? But because without having somebody that knows things that you don't know, then you can want to have a better mindset all day long, but without being able to identify what are those deep-rooted internal subconscious thoughts that are limiting beliefs holding you back from moving forward powerfully and fully into all your potential, a mentor shines a light and says, hey, look, that habit that you have, or that is rooted in this thought or this belief about yourself, your identity, whatever, about other people, about money. It could be anything. And so when they show you that, and then they give you a replacement thought, you get to download their mindset and try instead of trying to build for years of mindset, you get to literally take on the mindset of someone who has a mindset that's already producing the life and the fruit that you want. So that's huge. Yeah. And please let us know. I don't know how much time we have left in this podcast, so we can kind of.
Yeah, I was just thinking that we do need to speed it up a little bit so we can get through everything because time is ticking. But I want to share a quick story with you guys because I think it's so relevant for mindset, right? For the longest time, I forget what the statistics are, but I've heard this recently. A lot of things that we fear or spend a lot of time over just dwelling on and thinking of, oh gosh, what if this happens? 9 times out of 10 doesn't even come to fruition, right? In the small little chances that it does, it's doable, right? It's okay, it happened, so we adjust, right? And it's not as bad as, and that's, it can happen. It could be just as bad, but 9 times out of 10, it's not as bad as it comes out to be. So for a long time, we've had several properties that Jennifer and I have found before we started working with a lot of wholesalers. And one in particular property, there was 20 other offers. It was on the MLS, 20 other offers in the craziest market like we are now, San Diego. And it's just okay, so how are we going to get this deal? We felt called to get this deal though. We had to get this one. 20 other offers, very competitive. So we went, $50,000 hard, closed in 10 days, all cash, no contingencies to get the deal. We locked it in. and we had to raise a boatload of money. We've raised millions of dollars over the years. And for a long time, raising money on deals, a million plus, it would be a scary type of situation, closing very quickly. And if not, we lose 50K that like, I don't have an extra 50K to be able to lose right now type of thing. But what I realized is I was losing sleep. I was losing, just stressing out about things and living more in a fearful mind, because that's where my old thinking used to be, until I realized like, hey, we've done this several times now. And yes, it might be scary, but we just got to keep doing what we're doing and stop thinking about the moment in a negative way and get excited about this opportunity that we have and realize that one way or the other, we're going to get it. Like, we're not the type of people to give up, fail, quit, anything like that. And we know who our provider is. So we're going to win. We're called to take territory. If we were aligned with this property and we've got to this point, like, we're going to finish on it. So I stopped putting the time and energy of stressing and fearing and started closing on more deals with a heck of a lot more sleep, to say the least. And it was just a good feeling to just start, I guess, getting to that next level of releasing certain things that I used to hang on to in that old mindset and overcoming it. So I love, out of your 5 steps, the first one, thinking, and really getting this thing right here, getting your mindset right and prepared. I mean, it's literally everything. So if you guys take away anything from here, it's like, please, please, please take away that most crucial part right there. It will change your life.
Yeah, totally. And that's why we spent more time. We can run through these in the remaining moments, but mine, it's everything. Because like, if the tactical practical was the answer, like, you wouldn't need a mentor, just read a book and do it. You know what I mean? But the mindset, that's where a mentor comes in the most, is on the mindset, whether it's ninja, real estate investing, marriage. I mean, why does Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, like, why do the best of what they do in the world still have coaches and mentors? Because dialing in the mindset, the technique, watching things, like, that's the case. So the other 4 we can run through real quick. But the last thing I did want to say about mindset, a lot of times people don't act because of what you said, Brandon, on the fear of the unknown. And so the fear of the unknown keeps people from acting on the known. Well, the known is take the next step. We're not going to get to know the next 10 steps, but take the next step, what you can do, and then that your path lights up as you go. And it's just amazing. And it's also never a lack of resources. People think, oh, well, I'd love to become financial, or I'd love to invest in real estate, or but I don't have the time or money resources. And that's a lie. There's never a lack of resources, only a lack of resourcefulness.
Yes.
So here's the thing. If you are in lack in your life, it's not why you think it is, most likely. If you think, well, I'm experiencing limitations and lack in my life because of a lack of time or money. If I had more time or money, I would do, and that's not the answer. If you have more time or money, it's not that. It's you need to know how to be more resourceful in order to gain more time and money. Because I heard it recently he said, everything you want in life is going to come through other people. So that's leveraging other people's time, talents, abilities, other people's money. And that's what we've done and what we teach. So anyway, number 2, sourcing. So mindset, you are your greatest asset. So invest in yourself always. Get around people that can invest in you, show you things you don't know so you can accelerate your life. So that's mindset, right? Investing in yourself, you're your greatest asset. The rest of them are practical in real estate. So, well, that was practical too, but in the real estate context of sourcing properties, supply and demand, it's very competitive, right? A lot of people know real estate's a proven vehicle, so that attracts a lot of people. So how are you going to source properties? Lots of different ways you can do it directly through wholesalers, through your warm market, through Facebook posts, through auctions, through Zillow for sale by owner, all the different things. But the best way we've found in what we teach, and we teach all the different ways, and for time limitations here, we'll give you the best, is source other people to source properties for you. Again, leverage. You don't need to know where the best deals are. Other people already know. And they already know how to find them. And they already are spending their time, talents, abilities, and knowledge to source the best deals and hand them over to you. And you say, well, why would they do that? Because they're not interested in being a buy and hold person like you to acquire income producing assets. They're transactional.
They want the quick money. Transactional.
Quick money. They've got it dialed in to be a wholesaler or a flipper or whatever. So you source those people who source the best deals to make your profit margins happen. So that's on sourcing. Now you can source a million different ways. I mean, driving for dollars, stick out abandoned signs. We buy houses, call me. Like, there's no wrong way. I mean, there's people everywhere. There's houses everywhere. So as long as you're putting yourself out there and communicating, letting people know you're looking, you're going to have a conversation. You're going to have deals. But that's
how I started exactly was like that. I still utilize wholesalers network. I don't fish for any type of deals. They come to me with our brand and the relationships we've built. And how I started over in Ohio was simply building all the relationships, the banks, agents, lenders, schools, the police department, like you name it, everybody in that town locally, wholesalers, everybody, I built relationships with, letting them know exactly what I was looking for, what my plans were. And then the leads started coming in. And that's where you start doing the due diligence to see, okay, what is needed.
Well, what you're saying is 100% nail on the head, gold. Here's how I say it. The greatest money-making tool in the world is your tongue.
Yeah.
But the problem is, so if millions of dollars aren't flooding into your life, it's only one issue. You haven't been taught how to use your tongue in the context of making money.
Yep.
Because literally that's what's generated the millions of dollars, in real estate and our multiple businesses, the things that we do. Like, it's through communication. It's why we're here today. It's why we've established a connection and a relationship with Brandon. We're like, man, we can collaborate. We can do things together. Because like most people, what are they using their tongue with? Talk about the weather and all these other things that don't really matter to move their life forward in their dreams. How about taking inventory? What are we even talking about?
Right.
Like, let's get below the surface. When you meet people, not just in a real estate networking environment, everywhere. Like Brandon just said, like literally that's what we've done. That's what we teach our students. Everyone should know. It should be under pro social media. It should be in. If you want to be a real estate investor, let people know. You don't have to. And here's another thing. It's not once you buy your first deal that you become a real estate investor. You become a real estate investor today, the day you decide I'm a real estate investor. Yep. It's not once you get your first deal. No, it's the day that you decide to be a real estate investor. Because if you're looking at properties, if you're talking to people, letting people know you want to talk to sellers and want to buy properties, even if you don't know where to find the money yet, you're a real estate investor because you're doing the things a real estate investor does. And so what we teach is let everybody know that you're a real estate investor and that you're looking for deals. Use your tongue to let people know. Let me know if you or anybody you know of needs to sell their home. Then deals come to you. And so that's on sourcing. So assessing, and just jump in, baby, if there's anything you want to add on any of these. Reality TV, you all breastfeeding. We moved the camera up so we can get Gabriel so he's not crying in our interview here. But assessing, right? That's just the math. You all, the beautiful thing about real estate is it's one of the easiest things you'll ever do. It's one of the simplest, easiest. The difficulty is in the mindset.
Yeah.
Because we can teach a third grader. If you've ever learned how to play the board game Monopoly, like you can do what Brandon's done, what we've done. Like you need a PhD, rocket science, like the math in assessing, that's just the math to make the margins, profit margins work. Yeah. How much should you offer for the property? How much is the property worth now in its current condition? How much will it be worth ARV after renovation value, after you add, how much money will it take you to get it up to its maximized market value currently? And draw out those numbers. A third grader, we can show a third grader how to do this. So you can do it. Don't ever get scared of thinking, oh man, no. What's the property worth? What will it be worth? How much can you rent it for? What will your fixed expenses be? PIT, a lot of this stuff Brandon's probably already covered in this content in these sessions. Like, what are your fixed expenses? If you're going to use financing or private cash, what's your cost of using the money, no matter where it comes from? It's everywhere, all around. So money's never an issue. Just know that. Mm-hmm. So what's your cost on using the money, on your principal and interest payments on the debt against the property, on taxes and insurance, and estimated maintenance?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like so many people are getting, I feel like, and maybe you guys can relate to this, a lot of people can overcomplicate the simple process, And if you really start examining and playing like real life real estate as if it's a board game like Monopoly, and take a little bit more risk behind it and just do the numbers, like really calculate this stuff. It's not rocket science. There's about a dozen small factors that play parts into it, really looking at all these numbers and identifying if it's a good deal, a bad deal, a great deal, like where you want to get your offers in, and playing the numbers game of, there's millions, billions of properties out there. You really just got to get out there and keep it moving. But I love that.
And like you said, it's a numbers game also, meaning that like never get discouraged. We've made a lot more offers on a lot more properties than we've actually got accepted offers on in both the properties. So like the more properties you're looking at and running numbers and making offers at price points that make your profit margins work for cash flow and rental income against your expenses and making sure it's a profitable offer for you, then it's inevitable for us. People say, well, what's the percentage? Like I've had questions, they may be, I don't know if they asked you this, but people are like, so of all the students, we've helped lots. I mean, we've taught thousands of people this over time. And they're like, what's the percentage of success rate? Like, what should I expect?
Yeah.
And my answer is always like, to my knowledge, it's 100% success rate to my knowledge of all the students who have shown up and engaged with the information and applied it consistently. Like we've never heard of a student ever who said, yeah, I learned this stuff and I did this stuff and it didn't work. Like we've never had that happen. Yeah. So it's not about like Brandon or it's about a proven process of steps and principles and recipe that works. And so again, on the assessing, it's just math. It's just math, make the margins work, and then make the offers accordingly. Detach your emotions. That's one of the biggest things you can ever learn. Yes. Detach your emotions completely from deals. It's a business. It's real estate. It's math. It's logical. Get the emotions out of it. It's not about your emotional attachment to properties, if you get it or not. And that's that on the assessing. The funding part is just funding the deal. Like when you find a deal and you make the numbers work where there's profitability, funding, a lot of people think that's one of the biggest obstacles, biggest challenges, and it's actually one of the easiest things.
It's the fun part. I think it's fun, but maybe, I don't know, not for everybody, but I like it,
Well, you're a ninja specialist in like leveraging credit and doing all the other things. So if y'all haven't dove into his content, like absolutely do ASAP because like we've even learned things from him and we've been in this real estate game for years, but like, so each person has their niche in terms of source of funding, whether it's a relationship, like you said, riches flow through relationships. Always remember that. So the more quality relationships you're building with the right people in the right way for the right reasons, you can't help but live an abundant life. Like, because people know things you don't know. They have time, talents, abilities. They have resources. They have money. They have access to money. They have access to credit. Like, if you just connect with these people for a common mission, now for them, what do they want? They want their money to make money. You say, okay, great. Well, I want to acquire income producing properties
that make money. So you guys have something aligned. Yeah.
So I can make money and I can pay you money for using your money. And there you go. There's win-win. And those people are all around you every day.
So way more than you would ever imagine.
More than you would ever imagine. Way more than you ever imagined. So
way more money out there than the average person would think. There's so much just abundance of funding and good people with money that want to lend to you. They want to lend into good deals, but they got to know, like, and trust you. So build those relationships, get that mouth going, network, and I think you'll just see some ridiculous breakthroughs. But if a bank won't lend to you, then you have people that will lend to you. If you can't find the people, then you're not networking enough, but you could always utilize credit. If credit doesn't work, then you could get creative with the homeowner themselves, and they could be the bank. The list goes on and on.
Oh, yeah, totally. And last one is maximizing. And so funding, like Brandon said, it's everywhere. And we tell our students all the time, like, the only limitations that you'll ever have in real estate or in life are in your own creativity.
That's what I was going to say,
the unwillingness to be creative, think outside the box. So again, it goes back to the resourcefulness. It's like, well, how do we just source people who know things that you don't know and who have experience? Because not only they might not be your money source, but they know who is in your market. Local banks, local credit unions, credit, all the different things. Brandon is the source for you. Like, he is a money source. So again, the OPM, other people's money, like, it's everywhere. Tap in, use it. Brandon, all of his stuff, all that. So the last part is maximizing. It's one thing to make profit. It's another thing to make maximum profit in cash flow and lump sums and all the things. So there's lots of different ways to maximize profitability in real estate, but just a few quick ones. Cash out refinancing is huge. So it's not just buying right and acquiring the right asset, but it's how are you leveraging that asset in real time over time? Yep. For us, we've refinanced multiple times. We're actually in the process right now of refinancing again. Yeah. Why would you not? Like, I was in a 2-hour live training yesterday with a guy who went from nothing. He was on drugs and now he owns $2.5 billion with a B real estate. He manages that. He's owner in that big of a real estate portfolio. Now, one of the things that he said was to have, and I'm quoting him. Now, I do kind of agree, but his words were, to have equity, to be sitting on equity in your home is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
He said it's dead money. And the whole thing about it is we teach the same thing as leverage. Like, so as our equity has grown in our personal home here and in our portfolio of rental properties, because it's gone up in value and it's been paid down, so you're getting that double two-sided growth. You're getting appreciation and going up in value, and you're getting debt paid down. So you're getting constant equity growth. But for us, we're like, don't just sit back and feel good about having a high net worth. Like, net worth to me is overrated in a lot of cases, because there are people who can be multimillionaires and be time broke, because if you own a piece of land that's worth multi-millions, but you have no income, like, what good is that in terms of living? You might still have to have a job, even though on paper your net worth is multi-millions. You can't even get approved to borrow against it because your debt to income ratio. See what I'm saying? So like, that's something recently that I haven't heard, but this is what I'm thinking about and talking about and going to be teaching on, is like, net worth is overrated. Cash flow is where it's at, because if net worth, now I'm not saying it's not important. It's definitely an important piece of your financial well-being and overall puzzle when it comes to lenders looking at you and all that. What I am saying is, what's the priorities of financial pieces in your life? Because if somebody feels good, I got $5 million worth of net worth, I'm thinking, what's your passive income while you sleep look like? Yep. Because for me, I'd rather have that as my number one priority, growing a nice, robust passive income flow. And yes, growing net worth, but I'm going to turn around and leverage that equity to put it to work to create more passive income.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather 50,000 per month, not having to do anything, rain, sleet, snow, any of that, and be able to live my life on my own freedom and not have to worry about it. Take that 50K per month and put portions to other investments and start, building out your nest eggs. I love it.
Yeah, that's it. So for us, maximizing would be not only definitely doing everything we've already talked about today, learning how to acquire income producing properties, but then over time, leveraging those income producing properties for highest, best use of the properties, and for liquidation of equity to be reinvested, refinance it, to reinvest it, to further multiply and acquire more income producing properties, which generates what? More income while you sleep into your life. And that equity keeps getting regained, and you reuse it. You regain it, you reuse it, and multiplication just continues to happen. It's so easy and it's so simple. And there's lots of other ways to maximize profitability in real estate, but for time purposes, I know we're probably getting short here, but that's a big one. Tax-free. It's tax-free money because it's borrowed money against the asset. So that, there's rent to own. We have a whole list that we, have and share. And so folks will find that out in our free community if they plug in. So rent to own scenarios, getting premium. We had a lady give us a check for just under $25,000 to move in to rent a $800 a month little tiny house from us. How do you do that? On unique rent to own structure scenarios. So rent to own, there's all kind of different ways to maximize profitability when it comes to leveraging real estate as well.
So good. I love it. Well, David, we have taken up a bunch of time, but so much good content. Honestly, we need to have you guys back on in the future. But I know this 5-step process right here is going to be life-changing for anybody that takes action on it. Like, anybody, just please take action on this stuff. That's the biggest thing. Without action, without getting the mindset right, you're not going to be able to utilize and make this useful. So do us a favor and take action on this stuff. Really rewatch this. You're going to want to, and take more notes on it, implement it, reach out to David, reach out to Katie Marie, and they'll be able to help put the missing pieces together with you guys. You guys have some resources that they can plug and utilize.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. Number one, I wanted to say, because everything you just said was great. So make sure you all come into our free community through Brandon's link that he'll post there's golden value that we teach in our free community.
I believe it's www.loveco.live/Brandon Elliott. And there's 2 T's in the last name. So make sure that you're not going to the wrong one and that you get access to this, guys.
Yeah. So definitely check that one out. Loveco.live, LIVE/Brandon Elliott with 2 T's. That's the Loveco platform. Now, actually, on the real estate side of things, our signature video course, which sells for thousands of dollars on our Simplified Investing website, you can go see it there, is you get that at no cost. Just the subscription of Loveco membership, which is $30 a month. You get that and all these other, Brandon's contributed some amazing premium value in there. All of our allies, so check that out through the Loveco link, his link there. And then also our real estate investing Facebook group. We have our Kingdom Wealth through real estate investing community. It's totally free. There's no cost to that. So we'll supply that link to you. You can post in the show notes for folks to go right in there. That's totally free. And you're going to get access to our resources, to our education, real estate investing wise, and all of that. But yeah, as Brandon mentioned, the Love Co platform has the premium video course and some other amazing things that you won't find anywhere else in terms of that. So there's kind of a couple different things going on there.
Love it. I love it. So we'll plug all that stuff in the show notes, the comments below for you guys. Any other ways that they can get a hold of you?
We love connecting. We're here to help, equip, empower, serve, support in any way we can. So even on follow us on, let's connect. I don't even like say follow. I say let's connect. Let's follow each other. Let's do life together, to whatever degree we can on, Instagram, Life with Katie Marie. She's just got amazing content. She just teaches and inspires us all, and it's awesome. So Life with Katie Marie on Instagram. On Instagram for me, it's David B, as in boy Hughes, Hughes 55. And then on Facebook, it's just our names, David B Hughes and Katie Marie. And so we'd love to connect with you on social media. We'd love to connect with you all. Feel free to email us at support if you have any questions about anything we're doing through our different companies, how we can serve you, support you, equip you to really just accelerate to all your dreams. That's why we're here with Brandon. We're here. He had the same heart we had. It was like, hey, how can we connect, help each other, help more people? And so thank you for what you do, man. And we're so thankful to be partnered up with you. And it's an amazing, thrilling life to be able to live our dreams together and help as many other people live their dreams as well.
Yeah, well, God is good for putting us together because I just love the heart that you guys have. Amazing people, amazing little family now that you guys have, and just the impact, the compound effect that you're doing out there. It's not unseen, like it's not unnoticed. It's making a huge ripple, and just super excited to see what the next couple of years looks like for you guys. Not just for you, but like your community. It's going to be really just life-changing for so many people. So excited to be friends with you guys, and just love your energy as always. So listeners, everybody, appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. As always, you're definitely going to want to reach out to them. You guys have all their contact info. It'll be in the show notes as well. If you guys want to get a hold of me, you can always do so on Instagram. It's Brandon Elliott Investments. Otherwise, it's facebook.com/Brandon Elliott Investor. If you need any type of credit repair done for you services, check us out at creditrepairmobile.com. And then check out our mastermind group and get educated, understanding how the banks and lenders are judging you, how to be able to play the game and be able to fix your credit very quickly. I'm talking a couple hours, up to 10 business days, max 30 days. And then being able to actually build up some serious wealth, talking several six figures, even up to 7 figures in funding, and then being able to put it to work. Really leveraging it, buying properties with credit, doing hard money lending with credit, going on free vacations, travel hacking, all that fun stuff, and starting other e-commerce business, any businesses that you guys have and inspire to create. Then you want to check out creditcounselelite.com. That's creditcounselelite.com. As always, you guys can hit the subscribe button for Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast so you get the newest notification every single Monday, and leave a review. Let us know how you guys feel about it. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Love you guys all so much for tuning in. And I know there's tremendous amounts of value on this one, so you're definitely going to want to replay it, take some notes, and then reach out to David and Katie Marie. Guys, love you guys so much. Appreciate you so much, and keep doing your thing. And little Gabriel, appreciate you guys. God bless.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we love you too. It's incredible what you guys are doing, and we're just here to help serve and equip and come alongside you. So always let us know if there's anything that we can do.
Let's go. All right, guys, stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Till next time.
This has been another episode of Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, brought to you by Brandon Elliott. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for joining. Until next time, God bless.